how's it going, everybody? Welcome back, or welcome for the first time. I don't know if you're finding the channel or not. If you are finding the channel, do me a favor and subscribe, will you? Start right away. Subscribe. We're trying to get to 50,000 subscribers. What the hell you got to lose? Hit that subscribe button. Head on over here. We got a lot of stuff that we talk about. And one of the things we're talking about today is the spoiler review of Jurassic World Dominion. Now, we have a full spoiler discussion I'm going to do with Winston Marshall and Coy this Monday. So you can tune that in. That'll be a longer discussion. This will be shorter, or as short as I can make it. We're talking about this movie. I'm seeing all the people who are not liking this movie and getting phone calls and texts from people who are seeing it and not liking it and treating it like it's the worst movie ever. I don't think it's the worst movie ever. I don't think it's a good movie. I think it's not a great movie. I saw some people saying how they thought it was worse than Fallen Kingdom. I am not on that page. I think this movie is far better than Fallen Kingdom. But again, I'm not gonna fall on my sword for that one. The damn thing isn't even really overall about dinosaurs. It's about this silly locust, and that's why I'm glad we can talk spoilers. When we start out right away of the, I didn't mind the little CNN news thing that they were doing up top, or whatever the damn thing was that they were doing up the report up top when they were doing the dinosaurs, how they were giving us like a little exposition of where the world was. That was fine. I thought we were going to see the movie theater scene. We didn't see that, but we kind of lend to what everybody's doing now, and I thought it was fine. I remember looking over going, this isn't too bad yet. And then you see where Bryce Dallas Howard is, and they introduced Justice Smith and the other girl, I don't remember her name, from the first movie, and they are already within one little sequence redeem both those characters. I found both those characters very annoying in the first movie. I thought Justice Smith was used way better in this. I like him so much as an actor, and placing him inside of the, first of all, telling Claire, I can't do this anymore. It's just like, I understand where your head's at and what you're trying to do, but like this is not the way. I'm going to go actually get a real job and try to help, and they put him in CIA. The problem is they redeem him. He does such a great job, and then he just kind of disappears after he helps Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard out with some information about where they are, says, don't do this, I'll handle it, and then you never see him ever again. So the writing in this movie is not the best. Same thing with the other girl. They redeem her, and I felt that she was not great in Fallen Kingdom. She's fine in this movie. I was like, okay, we're just going to be in on the adventure. Never see her again. But they set up all this stuff where you now have, and what I thought they did better this round was the idea of who the Maisie character was and the cloning side of it and how that worked inside of the story itself, right? It was Lockwood had done these things. His daughter had passed, so wanted to clone her, so we thought. But she basically made herself because she was the brilliant one overall. That's where it went, and storyline was fine, but B.D. Wong has to tell us 87 times that if he can just study what Maisie's mom did, he could cure the locust or eradicate the locust and cure disease. He's got to tell us that 87 times throughout the movie. They do nothing with this poor guy. And Laura Dern and Sam Neill returning as Ellie Sattler and Alan Grant. And that's the other problem, is that you have these legacy characters where it's great to see them again. You love to see them. You kind of give a internal, external cheer when they show up, and then they let you know really quick, oh yeah, she's divorced now, so they're gonna hook up at the end of this thing. And it just never was as emotional as I wanted it to be. I thought the added cast was great. I thought DeWanda Wise was a standout as Kayla Watts. She had to deliver some really bad dialogue, but she was phenomenal in doing it. She's got a lot of charisma. I thought as the pilot, that she was great. Mamadou Athie is also a brand new character as Ramsey Cole. I thought what he does and the idea that he's kind of the insider the whole time. What I did not realize is that Campbell Scott, who is Lewis Dodgson, is essentially playing the character that gets the shaving cream from Newman, but they had to recast him obviously because the other dude is in the can. So he's evil right away, and I guess if you would figure out he was Dodgson, you would have known. I guess they do tell you he's Dodgson. You should just figure it out, but I guess because he's recast, it was confusing. So. Jeff Goldblum, of course, the way that they play him, he's does a great job. Again, there's some bad humor and scenes, that dialogue he's got to throw out there that you just watching it because it's Goldblum, but they don't really let some weird thing he says in the hallway to Wanda Wise when they're walking, or I think it was, and I don't know if it was her or Bryce Dallas Howard who said it. I can't remember, but he says some line and it's just like, oof, that didn't land very well. What I did like, I liked the relationship with Maisie and Owen and Claire. I thought that worked for me, and I liked the idea that she was just they're trying to protect her. She doesn't want to leave. The stuff with Blue, everybody can just stop dinosaurs now with their hands. It happens throughout the entire movie. People who've never done it before just stopping T-Rexes now with their hands. It's a magic thing now that people do. You can just stop dinosaurs with your hands. So that's a new trick. I mean, I thought the whole thing was the fact that he had been training Blue and the Raptors for a while and learning that and working with them over countless amounts of years before that kicked in. Apparently that you can just do it to any dinosaur, and they're like, okay, we'll leave you alone. We'll fight each other. Directing in this movie, not the best. I still thought it was better than the J.A. Bayona, who I like a lot. I just thought this one was better directed. I really don't like watching Fallen Kingdom. This one, it's just really silly. You just kind of shove popcorn into your face too long, 2:30, 2:25, or whatever the hell it is. And what the hell is it really about with them? With Ellie Sailor saying she discovered that it was the locust and that the Dodgson's Corporation is the one who's essentially benefiting from it. Like, they just go into this whole locust storyline, and they overdo it. It could have just been very simplified, this whole movie. I still think the Planet of the Apes idea would have been a lot better, because they set that up because by the end of this movie, every dinosaur is living among all the other creatures fine. There are pterodactyls flying with birds. All those birds would be eaten in real life. How would you know? You don't know dinosaurs. It just seems that would be the case. Same thing. There were just other dinosaurs running around with horses and elephants and all that kind of stuff. I get what they were trying to go for. It just landed oddly. It was fun to watch Lewis Dodgson. Now that you replay it in your head, that he goes out the same way that Wayne did. Or was it Wayne? I think it was his name. Or Newman. He goes out the same exact way, which I thought was fun. The relationship with Bryce Dallas Howard I liked that Owen and Claire, the whole time, they're not just bickering like they were in the last one. It's just they're working together. There's that scene though when they're on the plane and she parachutes out of the thing and then they just wind up crashing. It seemed like she should have just tried to crash with them, because she was in a lot worse shape than they were, minus the ice. And he goes under the ice, and apparently in anything I've ever seen, in any movie, anything, when you go under the ice, you go under the ice. He just popped right back and jumped out of the hole. And then I think they do the hand thing to the dinosaur, and he goes away, or he falls and goes. I don't know what the hell happened, so I can't remember. And then they wind up finding Claire, and so she goes under the water to escape. Which is there was just no magic to this movie. It was just, I think what is interesting, watching the legacy characters together. That's fun, but even that seemed like once the legacy characters and the new characters joined together, it was just kind of like, oh yeah, now they're all together. I don't know, what can you really say about this movie except it's just not great. There's just so much inside of the film itself that like you wanted to see more of. It wasn't layered. And I saw some people on my non-spoiler review, most people who had seen the film were, I think, on the same page, but there were some people who were, what do you expect? It's a dinosaur movie. I expect it to be, and you can't expect it to always be like the first movie. No, but I can expect it to give it a little bit more respect inside, and not just treat it like a monster movie, because that's what it is. It's become a monster, big budget monster movie. Well, that's what the first one was. Not really. Not really. There were monster elements, obviously, with the T-Rex chasing the car and all that, but the dinosaurs are no threat in this movie whatsoever, at all. They're allies more so than a threat. I get it. The humans have always been, the bad humans to profit off of them has always been a part of the thing. That's always a thing. I get it, but it's too overpowering here. Where this and there's no threat. Where if you can hit a dinosaur in the head with a pipe and he goes away, then what's the threat? And you're choking dinosaurs out at one point. the dinosaurs are they're no threat. They're just there, and they're obstacles. It's almost like what happens in The Walking Dead after a while with the walkers. It's like you have to focus. For The Walking Dead, it works. You got to focus on the human aspect of it, and they're just there. But in Jurassic Park, it's the dinosaurs of the Jurassic World, and it's called Jurassic World, and this never feels like Jurassic World. It just feels like adventure inside of a world that has dinosaurs in it now, trying to stop the crooked scientists from doing more stuff that's bad. That's the pitch. It doesn't sound interesting when I say it, and certainly doesn't sound interesting when it's a $250 million movie on the screen. So, anyway, we don't spend too much time on it, but that's it. That's the idea of the Jurassic World Dominion. So, what can I tell you? Subscribe, will you? Hit that button. Do that. And, yeah, man, I'll see you guys on the flip side. We got, like I said, we have some stuff going on. On Monday, we got the full conversation with me, Winston, and Coy. If you want to hear us a little bit, talk some more about Jurassic World and seeing if they should just stop the franchise in general. On Wednesday, I got the Big Thing Sith Council episode with myself, Steph, and Mike Kalinowski talking about Obi-Wan Episode 5. Full spoilers on that one, obviously. And then Thursday, Brett and Roxy are back. If you haven't watched the episode with Brett and Roxy from this past Thursday, do it. It's hilarious. And then Friday, we have the rewatch series, Toy Story 3 and 4 on Friday. And I got some, Lightyear review and all that. So thanks, guys, for checking us out. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching Jurassic World Dominion spoiler review. Peace.